Hey everybody, it's Joy Packard. How are you guys doing? It is Wednesday and I'm here in San Antonio, but I'm heading to Houston. Probably the last time of having to commute back and forth, and I'm heading home to do a lot of senior activities with Selena. And as I'm thinking about this week and I'm thinking about all these moments of moments, we think a lot about all the different, we do stuff day in and day out, and then these special moments happen where you have a senior graduating or your daughter's giving birth, or there's special moments that happen on a daily basis. And the steering wheel is bugging me. I'm gonna hold it like this. But we have different things that happen, and it's interesting because we don't think about it on a day-to-day basis, right? We just go to work and we do all of the different things that we're doing, and then all of a sudden we have a wedding, or we have a daughter graduating or whatever. Hi Robert, how you doing? And it just makes you stop for a moment and think, wow, my baby girl is graduating on Saturday. And I'm just like, where did all the years go? Her kindergarten teacher, her first grade teacher, posted some pictures yesterday. It was so sweet. She just posted pictures of the kids that were in her kindergarten class or her first grade, whatever. And I just thought, this seemed like it just happened yesterday, And that seems to happen more and more in my life, where I'm going through, like these different days of my life, and then all of a sudden, you have a senior that's graduating, like I say, or, one of my daughters is going to be having our 10th grandbaby in a few weeks. And I'm just like looking back at the years, and I'm looking back at my days, and I'm just like, where did all of this time go? And a lot of times, hi, Stephen. A lot of times we just go through our days hoping for a better day. Like, we just think, wow, I hope, I can't wait till this baby is crawling, and I can't wait till this baby is walking, and so on and so on. And then before you know it, your baby's graduating and your baby's getting married, and it's just so weird and crazy. And, I've really, taken to heart about, this creating moments and creating special time and taking every single day and living in the present, because a lot of times we don't. I know I don't, but I'm trying harder to do that, to enjoy the moments and to not wish, I had a moment today. Great, Stephen. And so, it's like sometimes, we think we have all these things to be doing, and we get busy, and, we're working and we're doing all of these different things, and we're letting these moments pass us by. And so, as I'm heading home to Houston for the very last time, we're moving next week permanently to San Antonio. See, it's another moment. It's like, I love Houston. I've loved our house. I've loved, being able to enjoy our house, have a pool in the backyard. And then here we are moving. We're making this huge transition again. We're moving to San Antonio permanently. We lived in San Antonio several years ago, but when my husband was going to school, medical school, several years ago. But I'm just like, here we are, leaving Houston, and you're just like, where did all the time go? As I've lived here for 10 years. Hi, Alina. And then we're moving to San Antonio, and it's like a totally different stage of life. Our youngest daughter is graduating, totally different stage of life, to where we only have one baby left at home, and we're living in these beautiful apartments. Do you see these awesome condos? I'm actually sitting right in front of the pool. And like I say, I think about that, and I think, I wish that as I, had my babies when they were little, I didn't spend so much time thinking, gosh, this is so hard, like taking care of screaming toddlers, or taking care of, all of these different things. And, many of you know that my mother is in hospice, and, we only have so many days with her on this earth, and probably be flying to Utah in the next week or so. And, I think about my mother, and I think about all of the amazing things and the times that I had with her, right? And we have so many days, so much time with our family on this earth, and every single day. And we can either spend that time, working to death, or we can spend that time spending moments, special moments. Thank you, Lena. Robert, what are you saying? My parents are getting their 50. Wow. Yes, that's amazing. And so, you know, really think about that. Think about, I know I talk about it so much, but it's always on my heart because I have so much personal family stuff going on, you know, with kids graduating, kids having babies, my mother, you know, in hospice on her last days. And I just think about, you know, all of the different things that we take for granted on a daily basis, because you never know. You never know. You know, when I Lena, I cannot believe you're going to be 63. You guys should check her out. She looks like she's like 30 and she's very energetic and has the energy of a 30-year-old. You know, every day that I bring my son to school, you know, and he'll be driving next year, so I'm not going to have to do this again. He turns around. He's done this ever since he was a little boy, taking him to kindergarten, and he waves at me and he just says, "Bye, Mom," you know, and I just think it's so awesome because it's a special little sign, I guess, that we've been doing ever since he was little, where he would turn around and wave to me. And I think, you know, if something ever happened to him or myself today, I mean, we had a great last interaction, right? And that's the way, that is an awesome way to live your life. Like, what would I want this person to remember if something happened? And I remember when I was little, I had an uncle and I just saw him at my house talking to my dad. And that very same day, he had a heart attack, and he's like in his 40s. It was crazy. And I thought, I just saw him this morning. And so even as I was little, I remember these things and how important it is to create this moment. And so thank you, Stephen and Robert. Awesome. I love Texas. So, you know, I have just a lot of emotions that have been going on over the last week or two, you know, with just things, you know, like with my business. Like, there are things that I love to do. You guys know that. But I've been actually sitting down and really meditating and pondering, like, are these things the things that I want to do? Or are these things that I feel like I have to do? And if it's in the latter of these are the things that I think that I have to do, then I basically say, I don't know if I want to do that anymore. It's interesting. And so I've been going through a lot of shifting, a lot of changing, I want to sit on the beach. I want to do a lot of just loving every single day. And, you know, all of these different things that are happening in my life help me to see that. And I hope that you can see that too. I hope this is going to help you in some way. I really need to make a podcast episode about this because it's just something that's on my heart, something that I think about on a daily basis. And so I hope that makes you think too, you know, like, to spend time, you know, if you don't have kids, spend time with your dog, spend time with your parents, spend time with your friends. Really think a lot about, you know, what is it that I want to be doing? What is it that I want to be spending my days doing? I would rather be serving people, maybe, you know, helping people, than constantly be working. Like, I mean, I've been there. We all have been there. There's a lot of entrepreneurs on here, right? Where we are constantly saying, I want to do all of these different things. And you know what happens is when you put an energy into something else in your life, it takes away energy from you to doing something else that you really want. So every time you say yes to a new opportunity, it's exciting, right? But then I always explain this to my husband like this. I think of it like a pie. Can you think of like a pie? And you have only the energy of that pie. And every percent that you put in your business or in your family life or in doing nothing or whatever it is, it takes up that pie. And once that pie is full, like, there's no more room, right? And so here you are in this pie. And if you have a business opportunity, like if you're working on your business and then you have another business opportunity because you have the shiny object syndrome, which, believe me, I go there sometimes. I try not to. And we say, oh my goodness, that sounds amazing. I'll get to that in a minute. I'll get to this next week. And then you start filling up that pie. And then suddenly you are just completely exhausted, and you've completely exhausted your energy to where you don't have enough energy for your family or for the things that really matter, right? And so I think that you should write that down in your journal, a circle, and think of it as a pie, and think about what percentages of time you're spending doing certain things. What percentages are you working? What percentages are you working when your kids are home and when your family's home? What percentages are you working when you could be like Lena lives in Austin near Barton Springs, and I see her and her husband like swimming in the springs, and that's just so much more better for yourself and for your life than it is to constantly like wake up and just start working, right? And work is important. We all have to make a living, right? We all need to earn money to live on this earth, but we don't have to make it to where we become a workaholic. And believe me, I have been there and sometimes still stay there. And I'm trying to change that to where I'm like, I know these are all wonderful opportunities, but what are my other opportunities to enjoy my life? Because we only have so much time with people, with our young selves. We're all going to get older, and hopefully we can be like Lena and still stay active. She's 63 and riding bikes and running and all this kind of stuff. So I think that it's just something that you really have to think about. And so I drill this in my own head, and I hope it's helping you in some way as well. I have this podcast. It's called Joy Reveals. It's on iTunes. It's on the Stitcher app. I'm so behind because life has gotten in the way. But you know what? I'm super proud of myself for putting my family first and, putting a lot of things on hold. But I will be getting back to it to where I'm going to be doing shorter episodes, like 7 to 10 minutes every other day or once a week for sure. And it's just things that help us to think about all of these things. So, and definitely, Lena, we're going to be in San Antonio permanently next week. I'm only going to be an hour from you. We definitely need to get together. And thank you, Robert. And so thank you guys for all your kind words. I'm thinking of my mother a lot lately, and what a wonderful woman she is. And those of you who know her know what I'm talking about. And those of you who have seen her on Facebook, she's one of the most elegant, amazing women that I know. And to see her, on her decline like this is super hard. And so anyway, that's what makes me do a lot of thinking. And, maybe things happen in our life, like knee injuries and neck injuries and things to really make us slow down and realize the importance of living a perfect, awesome life of serving and doing the things. So doing things for other people rather than just working all the time. So anyway, download my podcast, subscribe, write a review, and I'm going to be making more. I promise. We're going to be moved here soon, and we're going to not have 2 different households, which I've been doing for 8 weeks, and it's been the craziest time to have a senior graduating, to have a 10th grade here playing football, and my husband and I exchanging places to spend enough time with our children. But we are packing up our house completely, packing up our house. And Lena, I'll put the link after I get done here. Thank you so much. And it will be nice to all be in one place again. Anyway, I better get on the road. I'm heading to Houston to my daughter's senior roast, they call it tonight. And I can't wait to do that. And she graduates on Saturday. I can't believe it. Every time I think about it, I just get really emotional. I need to not think about it on Facebook Lives. Anyway, thank you all for joining. I know that your time is super valuable, and I love being able to interact with you and to share my thoughts. And I hope this has helped you just in some way to make you think about the importance of living your moments and catching those little bits of happiness throughout your day. We all have our hard days, and I'll leave you with this. We all have our hard days, but surely some time in your day, there are these small pockets of moments, like a call with your grandbaby. These are my moments. Or, a little chuckle with your son about something funny, or watching a short video clip that makes you laugh until your belly hurts. Just little small bouts of moments and happiness that you can enjoy on a daily basis. And when you're having a bad day, look back on your day and grasp onto those and realize there is some good every single day, even on a bad day. And that's what you can hold on to. So, all right, I better go. I'll let you go. And thank you guys for your thoughts and for your prayers about my mother. We are you know, watching that closely on a daily basis. And she's such an amazing woman, she's super strong, and she's lived a good life. And so I'm super proud of her, and we'll definitely miss her when she, you know, leaves this earth, but have a few more times with her. And, you know, we're kind of watching that closely. So, all right, you guys take care and go live your moments.